this is McGann with another Maya 2012 tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about rigging and setting up controllers. I'm just going to do real briefly on the arm here. What I've done so far is this is the robot model that I've been working on in a bunch of other videos. I took the skeleton for this particular piece, which actually the root bone's down here, and I moved it over and placed it inside of the model. But at this point in time, it is not bound to the model. So this usually will not work if there's any kind of binding. So keep that in mind, just placing it in here for reference and so that, I can set it up a lot easier and bind the skin a lot easier when I'm done. Okay, what we're going to do first is we're going to go up to, well, we're going to zoom in here. So what I did was I clicked this joint here that connected the whole arm and hit the F button that zoomed me into this location. You don't need anything selected at this point. Go up to Skeleton, IK Handle Tool, and make sure you check the option box. Now what you're going to want to make sure that you have selected here is the RP solver, not the SC solver, because that's going to run into a problem later when you're trying to do a locator tool. So once we have that all set up, that's how we want it. It should have auto priority not selected, solver enable selected, snap enable selected, and sticky not selected. Priority 1, wait 1, PO wait 1. And we're going to click the shoulder joint, we're going to skip the elbow joint, and we're going to click on the sort of wrist joint here, not the hand. There should be two separate ones if you're doing a human-esque model. And now we have this nice line that's connecting sort of A and B here. We can test it with the move tool, and you notice the elbow is kind of acting a little wacky. It's not really natural movement there. So I'm going to undo those changes. I'm still just undoing the movement. I'm not undoing the IK tool. And so you can notice here that there is this little bar that comes up, and straight out, and that's the mark for our IK. What we're going to want to do next is fix the elbow. So what we're going to do with that, we're going to click off of everything, go up to Create, Locator, and this is all in the Animation tab. I'm going to have to pan out because it puts it in the center of my world. And we're just going to kind of move it. It doesn't have to be precisely anywhere, but we do want it to be behind the model. And if you don't know how to get the wireframe, that is just by hitting the 4 button. Alright, so it doesn't really have to be anywhere perfectly, like I said. It just needs to be behind the arm there. Now, with that being selected already, we're going to hold down Shift and we're going to click on the joint that has the two IK locators on it. And now we are going to go up to Constrain, Pull Vector. And now you can notice there's a line now going from this locator to the shoulder. And what that has done for us is now the elbow can move. And if you can see, hopefully you can, I know it's orange, it's a little hard to see, it's making it a lot more natural moving of an elbow, so when I animate that's going to work out well for me. The next thing we're going to want to do, go back up to Skeleton, IK Handle Tool, and we are going to, we're going to click this one right here that's already selected. This was our wrist joint, and we're going to go up and get sort of the closer, I guess, to the wrist, the ball of the wrist joint. And we're going to have a second one right here. The circle should appear. And now that one is going to allow for you, it's already selected on move, to let this hand rotate properly and look natural movement again. So, but what we want to do so that we don't have to shift and hold down to select both of them, we're going to make a little gadget here so that it holds down both of them and moves both of them together. We're going to go up to Create, Nurbs Primitive, Circle. And you usually have to draw right on the grid, it gets really persnickety. Alright, there's our circle. It's just a circle, there's no shape, there's no depth to it, it's just pretty much a line. We want to go over to the side box, the channel box here, rotate Z 90, enter, and now it's perfectly matched to how we're going to need it for this right here. The only thing you're going to have to worry about here is if you're not modeling facing Z. So if you're modeling facing X, like if the model were this way, then you would rotate for X, or Y if that should be the case or whatever. But what we want to do now is we've got our circle. Let's get it up closer to where we want it here. I'm going to hold down, with the circle being selected, I'm going to hold down V as in victory, and this turns from a square to a circle. And now what you do is you hold down the middle mouse button, and it's going to try and snap to something. And let's see, I hope I'm getting it right because I did do this a little far away. Let's see, did it snap? No, wrong one. Okay, you got to hold down, move that down just a bit. Hold down V and make sure you've got your middle mouse button pushed in. It's just not wanting to listen to me right now. There it goes. Okay. Now it's nice and snapped onto that sort of joint there. And what I want to do next is highlight the circle again, go up to Modify, Freeze Transformations, and that's just for the circle, nothing else at this point. Then I'm going to select my first IK point, Shift select my second, and then I'm going to Shift select the circle and hit P. And now that circle is the parent for the other two, and that means it has got the hierarchy power, and now this is how it's going to work. So I hope that's been helpful, and as always, if you have any questions or comments or need help with a video, let me know and I will do my best to get that up for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.